What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today, we're making a video talking about, basically just ranting about two Metallica albums. As you guys know, I'm a huge Metallica fan. I make a lot of Metallica videos, and I have a lot of upcoming Metallica videos coming out. So today's video, we're doing a rant on why I think Saint Anger and Death Magnetic are Metallica's weakest albums. Now, some people might disagree with this. I mean, I know most people agree with, Saint Anger being bad. But some people might disagree with Death Magnetic being bad, which we're going to get into. By the way, before we get into the video, I got a comment on my last video where I was talking about Metallica songs that I don't like. And one of the comments made me laugh. Like, I was laughing pretty hard. And it was like, bro's trying so hard to be different. Which, by the way, that made no sense to me. I saw the comment today, so that's why I'm talking about it. If it happened like a week ago, I wouldn't even care. But, like, I thought that comment was funny, so shout out to that guy for saying that I'm trying so hard to be different, even though I genuinely just don't like those songs. I don't know if he's a poser and he likes Enter Sandman and Master of Puppets and For Whom the Bell Tolls, but I don't like those songs. Anyways, let's get into the video on how Death Magnetic and Saint Anger sucks. So here's the thing with Death Magnetic and Saint Anger. Before I even get into the rant on why I think those albums suck, those albums would be very good if they got remastered, okay? I'm just gonna let that sink in. If these albums got remastered, I swear to you, a lot of the songs would be on my playlist, but the problem is the sound quality. Saint Anger and Death Magnetic are known for having poor sound quality. I don't know if it's because of the mixing or the production, but it doesn't sound good, especially Saint Anger. Now, before I trash on Saint Anger, all right, the video cut out. Had to do something real quick. Anyways, before I rant and totally trash on Saint Anger, I just want to let you guys know that live, the songs sound really good, okay? Even though, in my personal opinion, and many people's opinion, Saint Anger sounds horrible on the studio version. Now, a lot of my Metallica videos always get comments and always stir up conversations. So if there's any Saint Anger fans out there, let me know, what do you actually like about the album in the studio version? Because live, the songs sound really good, okay? The snare, the drums sound awesome. The riffs sound awesome. The tone sounds good. Everything sounds good. All right? Which is why I want to see Saint Anger get remastered, because the sound quality and just the quality, I don't know if it's the quality, the mixing of Saint Anger is just flat out bad. The bass drum sounds horrible. The snare sounds like a nu metal trash can. And the guitars sound dirty. And everything just sounds like trash, okay? Like, Saint Anger is trashcore. So that's why I like to see it remastered, but live they sound awesome. If you've never seen a Saint Anger song played live, do yourself a favor and watch it, okay? Because it sounds awesome. It sounds good. And watching the Saint Anger songs performed live makes me realize how good the album actually is. It's just the sound quality and just the way the album sounds from the studio version. And the album is over 20 years old. I think we're well overdue for a remaster. And, Saint Anger just turned 20 years old. So, I was thinking perfect time to remaster the album, but I don't think they're going to do it. I think sooner or later, we're definitely going to get a remaster, but I don't know when they're going to do it. So there's my rant for Saint Anger. There's my opinion on Saint Anger. I think that the studio version sounds crappy, but live the songs sound good. And I feel like a lot of people can agree with me on that, because when I saw Metallica perform Dirty Window live, I'm like, dude, this sounds awesome. And then I went on Spotify, I looked up the song, I listened to it, and like 50 seconds in, I'm like, yeah, this sucks. I wanted to stop listening to it. Recently, I did try to re-listen to Saint Anger, because the last time I actually sat down and listened to the whole album from start to finish was like a year ago. So I'm like, okay, I have more, I don't know, more experience, more knowledge, I guess, more tolerance. So I'm like, okay, we're going to re-listen to it. And after re-listening to it, not a single Saint Anger song got added to my playlist, which sucks because there's a couple songs that I think have some good parts, like the title track Saint Anger, Frantic, and stuff like that. But it just sounds bad. Now, I'm not trying to make Saint Anger sound like it's a great album, but it's just the sound quality. There are some things that I don't like about Saint Anger. One thing is that there's not many solos, which makes sense. It's Metallica's new metal album, and if you know new metal has barely any solos. Barely any new metal bands do solos, probably because they're not talented enough to do solos. Or maybe they are. They just don't do solos. So that's one thing I didn't like, is that there's no solos. And another thing about new metal is that it's very repetitive. The lyrics and everything repetitive and makes sense. They're trying to make a new metal album, so I mean they got the drums correct, because new metal, all the drums sound like trash cans. Literally, Slipknot, one of the members beats a trash can, so makes sense. So they got the new metal sound down. It's just it didn't execute correctly. So that's my problem with new metal. But if it got remastered, I feel like I could deal with it. Now, I don't think I'd enjoy every song on the album, but I think there might be a couple songs that I'd like the title track, Saint Anger, Dirty Window, Frantic, and stuff like that. So that there's my opinion on Saint Anger. I think it sounds horrible in the studio version, but live it sounds good. There are some problems with the album. It's not an S tier. Sorry, it's not an S tier album at all. I think I did a Metallica. I don't know if I've done one yet, but if I was to do a Metallica tier list video on the album, I'm pretty sure I did do one. Saint Anger is a C tier album at best. You know what? Nah, I'm dropping it down to D tier. I'm this close to putting it in F tier, but I'm putting it in D tier. So that's my problem with Saint Anger. I'm pretty sure a lot of people can relate and agree with me. Like I said, if you're a huge Saint Anger fan, let me know why you like Saint Anger, because maybe I can understand it. Because, for example, Metallica's new album, 72 Seasons, some people didn't like it, but I love the album. Okay, there's only 5 Metallica albums that I've given a 10 out of 10, and that's the first 5 albums. Some of the best work that they've ever done. Some of the best albums in metal. And some people thought that the album sucked. But I think the reason why I enjoyed 72 Seasons so much is because I was alive at the time and I was a fan of Metallica at the time when the album came out. And being such a big fan of a certain band, whenever they release a new song or a new album, you like it more because, it came out around when you're a fan. But for example, Saint Anger came out in 2003. I wasn't even born yet. So maybe people who experienced the album being released at the time when they were a fan, they enjoy it more because they were there to experience it. So maybe I can understand that point. But like I said, if you're a Metallica Saint Anger fan, let me know what do you like about the album, because I generally don't understand. Unless your favorite metal genre is new metal, then there you go. I understand. But I don't think Saint Anger is good new metal. I've heard good new metal. Trust me, I listen to System of a Down. Saint Anger is not good new metal at all. But I'd like to see it get remastered. So moving on, we're gonna rant about Death Magnetic. So my problem with Death Magnetic is also the sound quality. I think the mixing. I don't know what's going on with the mixing. I don't know what's going on with the volume. There's some parts where James Hetfield's voice is too low, and there's some points where it does not sound good. I think Saint Anger and Death Magnetic are both albums that got bad production, and the sound quality is just hard to deal with. So I don't enjoy a single song on Saint Anger, but on Death Magnetic there are 2 songs that I like, and the only good 2 songs on the album in my opinion, and that is the Unforgiven 3 and The Day That Never Comes. The Day That Never Comes carries the whole album. Obviously, it's the best song. And also, we're not going to forget about Beyond Magnetic, the EP. And out of that entire album, There's only one song that I like, and it's Just a Bullet Away. So I guess we can count that as 3 songs during the Death Magnetic era that I actually like, which sucks because this was supposed to be Metallica's comeback. Metallica returning to their thrash roots, and I think it was just lazy. First of all, the songs are way too long, 7 minutes, 8 minutes, and don't get me wrong, I love long Metallica songs just as much as the next person. A lot of their early albums from, Master of Puppets, Ride the Lightning, especially Injustice for All, are very long songs, 9 minutes, 8 minutes, 7 minutes. But the thing about those songs is that those are 8 minutes, 7 minutes, 9 minutes of just pure greatness. Like each minute of the song is something different. Each minute is progressively getting better. Some people can argue that, and Justice for All, some parts it gets boring, but it picks itself back up. The thing with Death Magnetic, the songs are 8 minutes long, and it's just 8 minutes of the same thing. It's repetitive, and I don't see any progression in the songs. I think the lyrics are lazy. I think it is just, it's too long for no reason. I think if most of the songs were cut down 2 or 3 minutes, I would enjoy them. Because while I listened to Death Magnetic from start to finish, there were certain songs where I'm like, oh, this is good. Like 4 minutes, 5 minutes into the song, I'm like, this is great. And then I look how much longer do I have to listen to the song? Another 3 minutes. So I'm like, okay, the first 5 minutes is good, and then there's 3 minutes of just the same stuff, and it's just kind of boring, honestly. Death Magnetic is just a pretty boring album. It's boring. It's too long. It's repetitive. And I know I sound pretty harsh, but that's just the hard truth. Now, again, if you're a Death Magnetic fan and you really love Death Magnetic, let me know. What do you like about the album? I'd love to know. I would seriously love to know. I like to know. Okay, you fellow Metallica fans, I'd like to know why you enjoy Saint Anger or Death Magnetic, because I don't see what's good about it. I really don't. If only every song on the album was like The Day That Never Comes and The Unforgiven 3. That would be great. But the songs are just way too long. And even though they're going back to their thrash roots, I don't think it has that much thrash, honestly. I don't think it's that thrashy. I guess you could say The Day That Never Comes is pretty thrashy, but Metallica have, in terms of the thrash meter, the day that this is the top. The day that never comes is right here. Right, this is bottom, top. This is where that song is at. Not that thrashy. I don't know what they're talking about. Getting back to the roots, but here's my thing. Also, if Death Magnetic was to get remastered, which by the way, this album came out in 2008. I was 1 year old when this album came out, but I think we're well overdue for a remaster as well. I'm 16 years old. The album came out 15 years ago, because it came out in 2008. So it came out 15 years ago. I think that's well over enough time for a remaster. Maybe if they remastered it, I like it more, but I don't think that's the case. With Saint Anger, though, the sound quality and the production of that album is hysterically bad. Where to the point where if they were to remaster it, I'd enjoy it. But when it comes to Death Magnetic, I don't think it's as bad as Saint Anger by any means. But I think if they were to remaster it, there could... I'm having terrible luck with the video cutting out. Anyways, what I was saying, basically, if they remastered the album, I think I'd enjoy it more. So that's it. That's basically it for the video. The Saint Anger / Death Magnetic rant. So this probably will cause a discussion in the comment section, because I know there are people who are big fans of the album, of those 2 albums. So, from one Metallica fan to another, I'd like to know why you like these albums. And it's a genuine question, because maybe you telling me why you enjoy it will open my eyes, and I will finally see what's good about the album. I mean, I already know what's good about Saint Anger, and I know what's good about Death Magnetic. It's just some stuff need to get fixed, like getting remasters. But like, it's inevitable. Um, those two albums are gonna get remastered. Okay. Um, so I don't. I'm not that worried about it. But to be fair, Load and Reload haven't got remastered, but they don't need a remaster. Load and Reload don't need a remaster. They sound perfectly fine. I'm pretty sure Metallica knows this, and you know what? I'm pretty sure they actually are aware of this. That like most of their fans and most of the metal fan base do not like Saint Anger. So them knowing that, I think they would remaster it. Now for Death Magnetic, there has been people talking about like how the quality is bad for that album as well. So maybe they are aware of that. We'll see though. We'll see, guys. So that's just my opinion. Okay, I am a huge Metallica fan. I don't think anyone is gonna watch this video and think I'm some kind of Metallica hater. I love Metallica. I'm literally wearing a shirt right now. I just don't like those two albums. Those are the only albums I don't like. I enjoy many songs from all of their albums, except Saint Anger, because I don't like a single song on Saint Anger. 3 songs on the Death Magnetic era, and yeah. So that's it for the video. Let me again. If you're a fan of these albums, let me know why you like them. So I'll see you guys in the next one.